Welcome to the Diverse Boss Podcast, where we will help you dig deeper into your life's purpose so that you can live and not just exist. We're your hosts,
Jen,
Mayra,
and Uche.
We'll be keeping it real about everyday life where anything goes.
Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of the Diverse Boss. We're so excited that you decided to join us this week. For today's episode, we're going to talk about how to revive a stagnant business. I think we've all had a little bit of experience with doing that. But of course, before we start anything, be sure you check us out on CGM TV, available on Roku, mobile phone, Apple, Amazon, all the good stuff. Also check out our social media and our website, thediverseboss.com. There you go.
Well, I guess I'll start this one because I've had many stagnant. Because I've had many stagnant businesses. Okay, so if anybody knows, I have Respect the Fashion, the clothing brand. I'm so shy. Respect the Fashion, when I started when I was 18. It first started as a gossip blog. And then it went
So you were low-key the shade room?
Boy, I had them going. It was a gossip blog when I was like, I was still in high school, and then I graduated and I stopped it. And then Mayra will remember this because we connected. Michelle Fawn.
Oh,
when she started Ipsy.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm going to start me a fashion subscription company. So then Respect the Fashion went to a fashion subscription. It was there for 1 month until I lost all my money because it was super expensive. Because I did not know the cost that it took. That was like then. And then it died. And then I brought it back as an actual clothing line. Mm-hmm. And the thing you have to realize, figure it out first. Like, what is this brand going to be? Because I'm glad that none of those like even became any kind of popular. Because people were like, well, wasn't it a blog? And wasn't it like a subscription? Now it's like, really?
So shameless plug, our last episode, you were confused. Because then we said in our last episode.
Yeah, I was very confused. Like, I was that person I started everything. And I realized I criticize people now when they start like different stuff. But that was me. I tried it all. That's why I can tell y'all, if it don't work, it don't work. Mm-hmm. Because you have to really figure out what that brand stands for. Mm-hmm. And businesses, and it's like the people, God's timing is the right timing.
Right.
For your business, that is also the same thing. Like, you can have the idea now, but the business isn't meant for you to start from 10 years from now. Like, it's just like you have to make sure that you're in the right timing for that type of business. And like Amazon came out when the internet was just booming. So they got in at the right time, but no company right now can be like, oh, we're going to put this money in it and we're going to be the next Amazon. Not right now. Because Amazon doesn't have like a detrimental like event that's going to stop them. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't be the ideal to do that. But you could go to like, let's say like Nigeria and start an Amazon.
Right.
That would be great. But you have to know when it's time to shift.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a business has to die down for you to even know when it's time to revive it. Mm-hmm. And some people don't want to realize their mistakes. That was my thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to go back and look at what I did wrong. I didn't want to go back and look at marketing plans that I didn't create and how I didn't use Facebook ads. You have to realize your mistakes. Yes. And that's my problem. I don't like seeing them. That's how my trading, that's why I was bad, because I hated going to look back at trades I lost on. But that's when you learn the most.
Yeah. Just be honest with yourself.
That's it.
Evaluate the situation. Like, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Like, most times we don't want to be honest with ourselves. We don't want to admit the fact that we actually did fail. Mm-hmm. I would also like to start by saying this story. This just happened like 2 days ago. With Gerald and homeschooling. That's my son. I was homeschooling him and I asked him a question and he was like looking at me and he didn't answer. I'm like, I didn't say something. And he's like, and then he started crying. I'm like, why are you crying? He said, because I'm scared of saying it and I get it wrong. And I'm like, no, it's okay to get it wrong. Just say something. And I would know where, you know, and how to put you through the right path. And he told me what he thought. And he was actually right.
Wow.
So the most things that we do, fear make our businesses die sometimes.
Yeah.
We're scared of trying something and fail. I was reading an article the other day and it says success is when you fail and how did you say, when you fail and come back, when you fail consistently and then you pick yourself back up and figure out a better way of doing that same thing. That's what success is all about. Success is not all about you trying something and you win. No, like if you are able to overcome failure, yes, he said success is the ability to overcome failure. If you're able to overcome failure, then that's fine. So it doesn't hurt to try different things, but we want to always stay in our comfort zone. And that's why sometimes the businesses die, because it just eventually adds up. And another thing that I wish that I did earlier is networking, collaboration. It's a very good way to revive your business. Jennifer has a clothing line called Respect the Fashion. I have a clothing line called Uche Exclusive. By the way, like I'm wearing an Uche Exclusive, you know. So go to ucheexclusive.net to get one. So yes, so Jennifer, like she has her own Respect the Fashion, and we both do women's clothing line. But I buy from Jennifer, and Jennifer buys from me. Why? Because Uche Exclusive is Uche doing fashion in her own way. Respect the Fashion is Jennifer doing fashion in her women's fashion, the same women's fashion in her own way as well. Yeah. So there's some of her clothes that I love so much and I really want to get them and I wear them. And she
buys them on the spot.
Oh,
she
yeah.
helping Jen like unpackage some boxes she got. She's like, I'll take this one, and I'll take this one, and this one.
So Uche gets first dibs, so she's like, no size, it's Uche fault.
Exactly. So we need to network, we need to collaborate. The sky is big enough for all of us to thrive.
Yeah.
Networking collaboration has really helped me a long way. If your business is stagnant, network. You might be one person away from your contract, your $1 million contract. You never know. Like go to Eventbrite. I attend events that has to do with your industry. Connect with friends. It's like you can't get there alone. No man is an island.
Yeah.
You cannot win alone. Yeah. In order for you to go to the next stage, you need other people. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
So we just need to connect with each other, network, collaborate, connect with people.
I say that, Uche, because like when we went to Atlanta for Uche's fashion show, I literally was like, Uche, I want to wear this type of outfit. I can't find it. But when you got the hookup, Uche was like, okay, I'll make it for you. And she literally made it for me. And then like a couple of months, she was like, oh, we're going to create the Princess of Wall Street collection.
By the way, that collection is going to be out next week. Yeah. Inspired by Lolo.
But it was just like connections create opportunities.
Yes.
And pride will definitely have you fall faster than anything else. Like, I could have been prideful and like, oh, Uche got her own line and I'm doing my thing. I'm not going to ask her because I don't want to wear her clothes. But no, there was an opportunity created because I believe in my friends just like they believe in me. Uche is not me and I'm not Uche.
Right.
I'm not Mayra. I can't write like Mayra. You will never see an Instagram caption as good as Mayra's on my page unless I say she wrote it. I'm just being honest. Like, I know my strengths, but I have a circle of people that can pick me up when I fall.
Yeah.
I don't design my clothes. That's just it. Like, Uche designs everything she has on her website. I know what looks good after it's made. I can tell you, okay, vision. Like, yeah, I know the vision. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cute, girl. No, that's not it. I can tell you what to fix, but I know my gift. Mayra knows her gift. Right. Uche knows her gift. It is all. Stop letting your pride stop you from asking the question that could turn your business around.
That's true.
Like Mayra said, like she's starting out. Last episode, she's starting out. Mayra has no problem asking us.
Right.
This is what I'm doing. How do I monetize this? I'm going to tell you anyway. Like, it's not stopping my bag from Mayra getting the bag.
Right.
Like, there is no reason that pride should stop you from getting to that next level because once you get to that level, you meet more people. And one thing that is the best thing, people always try to network up. Why not network on the same level as you? Why can't everybody move up?
Come up, yeah.
That's a good one.
So when you network, don't think, oh, I have to get in a room of people that's doing better than me. They could be doing better than you, but on the same level as you.
Right.
I'm quite sure me and my friends are still in the same tax bracket, but they have different skills of reason why they're there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Not
true,
that I got to
too.
be in a room with 50 millionaires that's like, oh,
Right.
there's no need because I can take these two and we can create something major and we can all get there.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
That's
There you
true.
go.
And you also have to realize, we talked about this a few episodes back. I want to say maybe like 2 or 3 episodes back when we talked about our rebrand. Because I think that's another very important step when it comes to reviving a business.
Yeah.
Because if you feel that like your business is on the same platform or like it's on the same wavelength, same level, and you want to get to that next level and you're like, I really don't know why. It could be a lot of things. It could be the mission of your business, the objective of your business, the audience that you're trying to, get. Maybe that audience just, isn't interested in what you are putting out. So how about going back to the drawing board? It's okay to start over. I feel like a lot of business people have that fear of like starting from zero again because they're like, oh, I invested so much in this, but you're going to keep investing and it's not going to go anywhere. So you're just going to keep wasting more time and more resources on a business that's not going anywhere.
Right,
Why
that's
not
true.
stop early or stop whenever you can see that it's not going anywhere and then go back to the drawing board? And maybe just depending on what your business is, do you need to bring in a partner? Do you need to hire, do you need to outsource like your marketing instead of being a one-person show?
Right.
Maybe you should bring in somebody that can handle your marketing.
Right.
Do you need to bring in a social media person that can handle all your social media? Because right now I feel like social media is a big thing.
yeah.
Like you can make so much, not just money, but you can get a lot of exposure. You can get like, social media has become kind of like the base of any business at this point.
Yes.
Because like, especially with everything going on with COVID and like the pandemic and people not really going out places, everything we're doing is online. Basically, like
Everything.
85% of my stuff is online.
Right.
So whenever this is over and we go back to the real world, I
I'm
may
not
not
gonna
know
know
what
what
to
to
do. Like, oh, we have to communicate now in person? Like, what?
I feel like it's gonna be hard for us to get back into the.
Because even like we'll go out to lunch sometimes, and it's just so weird to me still that I'm like, they're like, oh, scan the code to get a menu, and I'm like, okay,
Just sit it in front of me.
right? Or like this, like me and Jen are so upset about limited menu,
Oh my god.
so upset.
Like the
We want all the
favorite stuff.
things.
At least
All the
keep
things.
all the appetizers. Like that's a business strategy. Ask your customers
what they want, right?
Like, and that was one of my things. Thanks, Mayra. You good girl.
Yeah.
That's a good host right there because she segued right into my thing. Ask your customers, and this is transparent moment of my failures. So I started the Respect the Fashion website. What was it, June or July ish? And I got no sales
She was so upset.
except
y'all.
Uche. But I got no sales because
She was ready to quit.
I was finna throw all that stuff away, and I spent a lot of money.
She had so much inventory, so that we helped her like
Unpack.
Yes, she had so much, and she was like, "I launched my website 5 minutes ago, and not one. So I'm done.
And like I put a lot of money in advertising, and I put a lot of money like in Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and then I just was like, I'm done. But then I was like, okay, nah, my mom gonna kill me because I just spent all this money on this stuff, and she gonna be like, where's our business account in the negative for? I was like, I don't know, but it was just really okay. I started asking people that would follow me on Facebook, like, why are you not buying from my website? And they were like, oh, it just doesn't look, one girl was like, it doesn't look like cohesive. So when I went back to the website as a whole looked nice, but then there were my pictures of the outfits. The models weren't the same. They didn't look like they were in the same place. They weren't doing the same, like cohesive collections.
Okay.
So it looked sketchy, is what they're saying.
Basically, the pictures, like, why do all the models look different? Why are all the backgrounds different? And I'm like, and it would be different if it was like different collection. You know how like Fashion Nova could have like a green background for this collection, or they could have a pink. So it's cool if it's the same collection, but it wasn't. So then I was like, okay, I put everything on Poshmark. Wasn't getting sales there as I wanted to, but I then took my own pictures and put it on Poshmark. Then I started selling like 4 or 5 pieces a week.
What's your
I'm like,
Poshmark?
oh, Respect the Fash.
LMXO shop. Check us out. Plus
On
size.
Poshmark?
Yep.
Links will be in the description. But no, like, and it was like, but here's the thing. What is it, Mayra? We were sharing tips.
Yep.
Me and this girl, and she literally told me, she was like, Jen, get the light this way, take the picture on the floor, there it is, because being true, I can't fit most of the stuff I sell, but I know it's cute. I'm just like, but you have collaboration.
Right.
I have help.
Yeah.
And the thing is, ask people. I
Yes.
thought my website was bomb. I spent a lot of money on it, so I'm like, it's bomb. Why ain't nobody buying?
Right.
Here I am with these ads running on Pinterest, Facebook. I spent a lot of money on ads, y'all. Don't be a fool like me. Ask your customers what it is they're not buying.
Before you do
anything else. Like, I was getting traffic of 1,000 people a day, but I was getting no sales. That was on me. Because there is no reason that not even one person was adding something to the cart. So I was like, okay.
T-shirt, something.
You ain't got to buy, just add it to your cart. But I literally
at least you asked the customer.
And they were like, Jen, it just don't look right. So I was like, let me take this down until I can get a photo shoot together for all the items. I just put on Poshmark, take my own photos. There it is. Now,
low key, I'm still using your light.
Oh, the light I got. See? But you know, I had 2 at the house, so we good, friend. You good.
Yeah, okay, good.
Collaboration.
Collab. Actually, it was laziness because she don't pack up the light.
Okay. Yeah, I did. I took the light over her house, and then I was like, I'm gonna just leave it because I don't feel like putting it back in the car.
And I was like, okay, so I'm using
And
it
she
all the
utilized
time.
it.
Like, I sit up on the floor. Like, I have such a small apartment. Now, I went from a house to an apartment. We downsized.
And it's still nice. I don't know why she's talking about it, but anyway, go ahead.
Like, my space is my office. So I work my 9 to 5 from there. I do my photo shoots there. I have, like, everything in that little space. And it's also, like, you don't have to spend, I always thought, I have to have like a big business account in order to start a business. No, you don't. If you're willing to put in the work and use yourself as a resource, there's no need for you to spend so much money.
Right.
Like my resale shop that I have going on at Poshmark, LMXO shop, that is just from stuff that I had sitting in my closet that I knew I wasn't going to use anymore. So why not turn that into a business?
Right.
And so I did. And I have to use a space that I have to work with. So I moved the desk all the way out, clean the floor, put the clothes, set it up nice, prop it, put the light on it, I take the pictures with my phone. Like, you don't even need an expensive camera. Like, all I have is it's an iPhone, and take the pictures, invest in some really good editing software. That I will tell you to. Invest in editing software so that you can adjust it accordingly, upload it, and you will have so many people looking at it. And one thing I like about Poshmark is that it will allow you to offer different discounts to people that engage with you. So, like, if they were to and it's not sponsored, by the way, by Poshmark, just to let you know. But if, like, you were to go and like one of my postings, I have the ability to offer you a special discount because you liked it. And I can offer you free shipping or whatever the case, like, whatever, I am working, whatever promotion I'm working on, I'm able to offer it to you. So I feel like that's, a good deal. Eventually, the goal is for me to have a website like Jen's and where I can do resale that way. But for now, I'll just use, that platform. It's a good starting point. Yeah. So, so when do you plan on bringing back Respect the Fashion? Do you have a timeline, or is it?
I don't have an exact timeline. I'm actually working with a company that is actually creating me my own collection. Because I started to realize that, yes, it's great to have, websites I can go on and get wholesale, but it made me lazy. Like, it made me like, they have the pictures for me, so I'm just use their pictures. Like, instead of being something that I can call my own and with my label in it, it just wasn't right. Like, I know that that's not my lane. Buying wholesale, trying to market something I don't have no creative instinct in. Like, it's just, like, okay, confession. Mayra, I had her help me with the descriptions and the clothes and stuff because I didn't know how to describe them. And I was just like, I don't have no passion about these things. Yeah. So you have to keep that. That's the underlying. Keep the passion for the business, and then you can keep thinking of things. And then it won't hurt when you have to put more money into it. I lost a lot of money in ads. I mean, like, maybe $2,000. And I made not $1. Okay, confession. I spent about $3,000 in merchandise, and I spent $2,000 on ads.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I made none of that back.
But it's okay. She tried.
But it's okay.
Yeah, I know now.
She tried.
And you learned from it.
And now you're re-strategizing.
It was an expensive lesson.
It was very expensive. And my mama was mad when
that's
we
why
got to put our stuff
to lose
together.
your passion.
It's definitely not.
Yeah, if you maintain your passion, you're going to build resilience. And when you fail, you're going to come back.
Yeah, and one thing I will say, because this, I made the mistake for y'all. Please do not do it. Have a strategy. Because what did I do? I knew as a little kid I wanted to be in fashion. So what did I do when I got the money in my account? I went out and bought all those clothes for wholesale, got them in my home, and just put them on the website. I had no business plan. I didn't know who I was marketing to. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I had a name, clothes, there it is, website. And Mayra will tell you, I thought I was going to sell out in 24 hours like I was Rihanna.
Y'all, she was serious. She was like, I went live with Respect the Fashion. We were like, okay, we were promoting it for her, putting it on our Instagrams, blah, blah, blah. Within 24 hours, she was about to throw in the towel. She was like, I made not one sale.
Like it's 24 hours.
Like, calm down. Like, you are not Rihanna. You are not Kim Kardashian. Calm down.
I was like, why they not buying my stuff? But it made me realize it's my fault. Like, I cannot blame anybody else. I can't blame, the clothes don't look good, because people buying them now. Mm-hmm. Now that I took the step back and reevaluated, like, you got to be honest. Like, use old Jen, I wouldn't have been honest. I was just quitting through them clothes away. And I was told, Uche, come get all the size small so you can go and get the stuff out my house. Like, that's literally what I would have did, but I did not stop. Because usually I would go into depression. I would be mad. Respect the Fashion would have been taken down. But I was like, I can't fail this time. Like, this is not an option. I put all this money into it, and the money took time to make. Right. So that was time. But one thing I will say, like, packaging orders, it feels different, y'all. Like, when you package that order, I don't care if it's like $5 I done made on it. Just feels...
Yes.
I told her, it just feels something totally different.
I went out and I bought thank you card. Because I had sold on Poshmark before. But I never took it serious. I was like, whatever, I'm just trying to get rid of stuff. But this time when I took time off and I rebranded myself, I was like, I'm going to be serious about it. So I went and I bought thank you cards. And I'll handwrite a thank you note to each customer. Because you didn't have to buy from me. You didn't have to, invest in it. But you did. So I want to make sure that it's as personable as possible. And hopefully, God willing, my business will grow. I want to keep that personable aspect of it.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So once I rebranded, I relaunched everything and I was like more serious about it. And I got that first sell. Mm-hmm. It felt so good. I was like, I'm going to go get my little box. I'm going to get tissue paper.
That's the less stressful.
Wrote my little note with some glitter.
Package it.
Stuck it in there. And then put the label on it. And God bless my dear husband. He is in charge of, he's like low-key my business partner, but not really.
Shout Leo.
Right? He's in charge of dropping off the packages at post office.
Okay.
So I package and do everything else, and he delivers.
Just does it.
So look at that family business just came up.
It's a partnership with
It's
Leo.
a partnership. Even though he really don't have a choice.
He
don't have a choice.
Collaboration.
Right?
That does work.
It's just, I don't know. It's just something about that first sell that really motivated me.
Right.
And so the next weekend, because I was trying to release 5 pieces at a time. But I'm like, no, I need to just put it out there and then promote.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing. But
I love how you said, even if you don't have a business plan, you have to have a strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not just a strategy. Research before you do the strategy.
Please, Lord.
You can't go in there blind because you're going to just
lose money like
when I was, I recently hired a marketing manager, and he was telling me that before you actually, because I hired him to market Uche exclusive. And he's like, let me just be honest with you. We're not starting any marketing until 6 months. And I'm like, why? That's not what I'm paying for. He's like, you have to build your brand first. Oh. That's what he said. He said, build your brand first.
And you know what that takes? That takes patience.
You market.
And we ain't nobody on this panel got no patience.
He told me from the beginning, he's like, you have to be patient. I'm a patient person, but when he told me that, I'm like, that's not what I hired you to do. Just market is that's not gonna bring the result that we want.
That's gonna bring you instant stuff, but it's not gonna last.
Yeah. Exactly. So he's like, build your brand. We're gonna go on Facebook ads and tell them about your brand, not tell them to buy. Just let them keep seeing you constantly. Yeah. Build the brand. Then when you have a strong foundation, then we can advertise. I'm like, okay, so you said 6 months. When is that gonna be? But eventually 6 months is gonna come.
Yeah, it's gotta pass, so you might as well just do it.
Right.
That's what Mayra said.
So build your brand, build it, build credibility before you, strategize on how to do the ads.
And change is good.
Change is always
good. Sometimes needed.
Sometimes you don't need to revive that business. You need to start another one and ask God what you really should do. I'm just saying.
But that's a whole other.
That's a whole other topic. We ain't got time.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Just quickly, Respect the Fashion. Poshmark. Respect the Fashion on Poshmark. UcheExclusive.net. LMXO shop on Poshmark. Check us out. See you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.